Oh hey guys, how's it going? Today we got another little project that we're going to be doing, a little DIY, a little idea that I came up with. As you know, the fat bike has a problem, and to fix that problem, it's a pain in the ass to do when it's that low to the ground. So the easiest solution is to get it off the ground. Those bike maintenance racks are not exactly cheap, they're pretty expensive. So the solution is, let's build one. So for any DIY, you need products. In order to get products, you need to go to a store. That store I'm going to, mother friggin' Dollarama, yet again. Let's get in there, get what we need for the bike rack, and then we'll go home and see if we can assemble it. Crazy day today, this parking lot is packed. Day after a holiday. Tomorrow's another holiday, so everybody's got to get the shopping in now, just like me. Alright, talk to you guys in a bit. Well, that took longer than I anticipated, but we are finally in and out, and we got what we need to make our, I don't even know what the hell to call this, service rack for a bike. Or I saw this part, I was like, I wonder if I can incorporate that. And then I came up with this idea. Well, I figure we'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, we're out $4. If it does work, we got our way to service the bike without having to be on our knees, which is freaking awesome. Anyway guys, chime back in when I get home. Peace. Alright guys, we're freaking home. We're freaking home. I bought something for lunch, so I'm gonna go cook that up and eat it, and then do a little bit of research. I have a feeling the wood that I'm gonna use for the project, I'm gonna decommission the old sleigh and utilize that wood for the project. However, I got some shit to roll around here. Let me just see what's going on in the garage and what's going on in the house. I bought some pens, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna get this all sorted. I'll see you guys in the garage. It's so nice that it's actually nicer today than it was yesterday. It's not that cold out. It's only 3 degrees, mind you, but and we still got our patch of snow. I should just like grab a shovel and lift it and throw it in the sun and let it melt, but let's see how long it hangs on for. Anyway, Dad messaged me when I got back from the Dollarama. He wanted to know how wide the door is. Oh, we're under attack there, people. Oh man, freaking this thing came down. Holy crap, I was about ready to go samurai showdown on it. I gotta quit picking fights with inanimate objects. Things are getting weird around here. But they wanted to know how wide the shed door is. He probably knows a guy who has a door. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a measuring tape. I got one sitting around here somewhere. I had like 4 freaking measuring tapes on my desk yesterday. I put them away. Where the hell I put them? This is my life. Go ahead and measure that door and see what we're seeing. Anyway, guys, the door is 32 inches wide, just so you know. At the dollar store, I bought some stuff. I bought some pens because I can never find pens. So I got some pens now. And on top of that, this is my thought for the bike. It is actually a flip-up storage hanger intended for bikes. As you can see, there is totally a picture of a bike on there. But it's from Dollarama, so I don't know exactly how awesome it's gonna be. Sure, it's made out of metal, but we all know there's different grades of metal. And Dollarama is notorious for not having the good grade. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all the crap off of here. This here was $4. The same cost as the saw. You know what, I'm not even gonna care about the label. So my battle plan is this. This will bolt to the 2x4. Obviously you can flip it up and down, which is kind of neat, but we're not gonna care about that. The bike will sit on it, getting it off the ground, and I'll have some sort of a leg set up on the bottom, like an H brace, that'll keep it from toppling over on it. I'm hoping that'll work. So for the wood, I do have a bunch of wood overhead that I can easily use. However, I got a bunch of 2x6s out there that are currently in the form of a polk sled, or not a polk sled, sorry. They're currently in the form of a Smitty sled, which I'm no longer gonna use for ice fishing. I'm just gonna pull out the Pelican. So that thing that can be decommissioned. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the drill and we're gonna decommission the Smitty sled. Let's go. Doing. So while I was cutting this, I got a big brain idea. So this is pretty much one of the sides minus one of the 2x6s that I had bolted on here to give it the lift onto the skis. What I'm thinking is I'm probably going to re-screw this back into the base and make sure that this piece never comes off. Then, instead of using wood for the legs, like I said, I had a big brain idea. Check this out. I have a whole shitload of this stuff, right? I don't even know what it is. It's like old shelving stuff from when the Zellers was decommissioned or Target was decommissioned, one of the two. I got a bunch of this stuff. I was thinking if I cut one of these in half, I could attach it to the bottom of the 2x4. Kind of like, if you notice here, see how it like, I don't know if you can see, but it fits 2x4 perfectly right there, right? However, if I were to do that on the bottom, give me a second to get this here all situated. It's gonna add substantial weight to the project, but you see, you put one of these on one side, so it'd be, I chop it in half, so like it'd be yay, go a bunch out the front, a little bit out the back. Then if you cut it here, I don't know if that's even on camera right now. So let's say that, for instance, it's like this. It's bolted on, got a screw in there, screw in there, screw in the top, whatever. You cut it right here, like right down the center, and then, well, that wouldn't work. You'd have to cut it along here, and then you bend it out so that it V's. And that might accidentally do what I want it to do. I'm gonna give her a go. Guys, welcome to DIY, where you do stuff the way you want, and hopefully it turns out the way you hope. Well, thanks for coming up, bye. All right, let's get constructing. Fabrication's key, and it's fun. All right, so it's exactly 6 feet long. So we'll mark it at the 3 foot line. I thought I was gonna have this set up perfectly, where my middle would be just, well, it is actually just off. Okay. So I don't know if I'm gonna use to mark that. I need to buy like chalk pens or something. Got a Sharpie here. We'll see if that'll actually do anything. Oh, perfect. Okay. So that's where I need to cut. At a straight edge, life would be better, but. These are 6 foot beams or support shelving supports. I don't know if they're galvanized steel or what. Dexion 225. I don't know if that's the name of the company who makes this or if World Pats is. But 3 feet is our magic middle. So we'll mark it. We'll get the die grinder out or the cutter, whatever. We'll cut it. Probably should move that propane tank because sparks are going to fly right there. And I don't feel like blowing up today. I don't know about you guys, but today is not a good day to blow up. Kind of excited to see how this project's going to turn out. Let's get moving. Alright guys, the metal finally cooled down enough, so here is the plan. If we come in like this, okay, where's the back? The back is going to be, I don't even know if you guys are seeing this right, you're not. Anyway, bolt that on there, but we're going to need to cut, probably like zing, zing, because I want these to flare out and offer some V support up front, because it's got to support side to side motion, right? So, before I go and bolt these on, let me find my Sharpie, which I already lost because I'm that awesome. Guys, I am not measuring this. I am not doing this by any plans downloaded off of any sort of site for like Reddit or Structables or anything. This is all me just having fun in my garage. So I'm gonna go here and here and here and here. Look at me, a little bit of a flat foot there. Flex that out, and we may be doing some welding. I may weld a plate in or something just to offer some structural integrity, but that's the cut I gotta make next. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna put down B for back. All right, let's get cutting. Definitely not the cleanest cuts, but they're cut. So this is the bend that I was looking for. Now I don't like having this big gap here. So I'm looking around for some sort of a piece of metal that I can use that I could weld in there to reinforce it. Now you guys seen my welding capabilities and, well, the lack thereof. So this should be a fun little thing that I'm about to do. So this is what I'm gonna do. I think I have a cut up version of that. If I do, I'm gonna steal some pieces from it and we're gonna weld it to that as a reinforcement plate. Up here, it sounds like it'll work. Let's give it a try. All right, We got one plate welded in. Like I said, my welds suck. It's but it holds, so all that matters is that it holds. So I cleaned it up, used the file, turned it all down, and I'm gonna get weld number 2 going. No, I didn't wear these safety glasses. I used this here while I was grinding. I used my hand grinder, then I did it by file afterwards, just to get a nice smooth finish. But I wore a welding helmet to weld. If you're wondering why I'm not filming the welding process, is back in the day I had 2 cameras. They're both the same, sort of. Anyway, I broke one while filming welding. I don't know how these other people are able to film welding and not blow through cameras, but I can't afford to blow up a GoPro Hero 8 to go out and have to buy another one. So unfortunately, I'm not filming the welding, but I'll show you the final results, because if your eyeballs shouldn't look at something, a camera definitely also should not look at something. That's just a common rule you should follow, unless that camera has some sort of a protection. Like if I had a welding mask for my camera, then I would film it, but you would not see anything anyway, because I can't even see shit out of a welding mask. So all right, I'm gonna get the other one done and then I'll show you that. All right, got the next one done. Like I said, not the best weld jobs ever, but they hold, won't break. I should paint it. I just have nothing to paint it with, says the guy who painted his car and has a bucket of trim cloud over there. I really don't care. I'm just gonna mount it, and if it works out, like I said, this is the prototype, you know. Iron Man didn't get his first suit built right the first time. Okay, he did, but that was a movie, so who cares? So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this, and then we're gonna see exactly what we need to see. Let's go. Alright guys, so basically this is what I ended up with, and it'll stand up. It's pretty sturdy. Side to side, however, is kind of iffy. You may have to do something, maybe put a piece of flat stock on the back as a cross brace just to prevent it from tipping over. However, the next step is we're gonna mount this thing, and I'm thinking we're gonna mount it right freaking here. So let's do that right now. Now the real test. Can it hold a bike? Alright, so we got the fat bike here. Tires are covered in dog shit. Let's see if we can get this on the stand and it she'll support the weight. And that's a hard no. So the problem is she's too back heavy. Damn it. Ah, I thought that was gonna work. So we need more left to right bracing, and then she should support it with all the weight on the back end of this bike. My other solution is to run another back brace across here, left to right, that will give it support so she doesn't want to topple, because that's the problem right now, is she wants to fall over towards the shit covered rear tire. So yeah, we'll have to do some more modifications. So it was a fun project to build though, don't get me wrong. We'll modify it, we'll make it work, because why not, right? I've been wanting one of these things and I don't want to buy one because they're like $400. So I figured for $4 and a bit of ingenuity, we could build our own. Now I have seen people online build these, but they don't use, well, one guy built it with an existing 4x4 in his house or his garage or whatever. He just literally bought, that's where I got the idea for this, was from a video. I was looking these up last night, and you know, I saw many different kinds, and the one guy used the 4x4, and I was like, well, why don't I just repurpose the friggin' Smitty sled? Because it's doing nothing. It was just sitting on the side of the house looking like an idiot. So why not repurpose the Smitty sled and then get some use out of it, turn it into a tire or into a bike rack. However, like I've seen people make them out of ABS pipe, but they're just using lightweight bikes. Like this fat bike's 60 kilo, or I want to say about 40 kilograms, about 80 pounds. She's a heavy bike. She ain't no slouch. She's a friggin' heavyweight, which is why I was contemplating on buying a second bike this year. Use this one here for muling and use the other one for like when Sarah and I just want to go out and rip around and not mule. You know, if I'm gonna go do a grocery run, jump on this thing, ride it to the grocery store, get what I need, and then come back. I'm just gonna frig around, go for a rip to get some kilometers in, and why drive this heavy set bike, right? So I think maybe if I grab another cross member, chop it down to a 3-foot length, fire that across the back, we'll be golden. It'll work. It'll be beautiful. And I get to weld some more, because welding's fun. Even though my welds look like popcorn farts. Yep. Hey people, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment, and until next time, remember, live to win. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.